Hello friends and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Cece and today is both the finale for my 2023 Beauty A to Z project, as well as the intro for 2024. So where we left off with my last update for 2023, I had 4 items left that I was working on. First up is my Elemis Superfood Midnight Facial. I did not get through this. I didn't expect to, but I did find Pan. I would say I have a few months left to go on this because it is something you use once to twice a week, but I am happy that I at least, managed to reach Pan on here. So this is retiring from the project, but it may show up somewhere else. You never know. Now, my Q product is one that I never got to. I overdid it on eye products last year, and I just didn't get to this. This is QMS Epigen Depuff Pollution Shield Eye Serum, and you can see it's still in the box. So this is going to roll over into my 2024 project, and it will be my Q item for this year. Hopefully I can actually get to it. My N product is Dew of the Gods Nose Pore Strips, and I think I used 2 of these in the entire year. I think I also got my husband to use one. So this is just not a product I need in my beauty regimen. I don't have really extreme pores around my nose. I do on my cheeks a bit, but I am actually going to declutter this and pass it on to my nieces because they probably would enjoy it more than I did. Next up is my Y product. This is Youth to the People's Kale and Green Tea Cleanser. I just finished it this week, so I did make it before 2024, and I'm very happy to see that this is another empty that I can declutter from my life. And last up, my Z product is this Zellen's Power D Vitamin D Concentrate. I got so close, but I do believe I have one more application in here. I am going to call this a win for the project. I'm going to call it an empty, and I will use this tomorrow and it will be done because that's close enough in my opinion. So from the entire project, I had 4 items that I ended up decluttering because they were either expired or gave me a reaction. I used everything up except for these 3 products right here. So that was 20 products that I used up from my skincare collection in this past year. I'm pretty happy with that skin or hair care collection. Now, getting into next year. Last year was all about skincare. This year is all about eyeshadows. So this is going to be my major eyeshadow project for the year. So we're not talking about hitting Pan. We are talking about no Pan left behind. And not just for one palette per letter of the alphabet, but all the palettes from a particular brand that I have in my collection. I hope this makes sense. So, to explain a little better, for every letter of the alphabet, I chose a brand that I have eyeshadow palettes from. Doesn't matter how many palettes I have from them, I have to use every single shadow in every palette from that brand in order to cross that letter off my list. So, I'm not going to show you everything right now, but I will tell you all of them. So first up is Araceli. I have 3 Araceli palettes, and they are right here. Of the 3 of these, I have only used this one before, and the other 2 are still in their boxes. So we have Azteca Eyes, Jalisco Eyes, and Day of the Dead, I believe. No, La Catrina. So I got to use all 6 shades in all 3 of these to cross off A from my list. For B, I selected Blend Bunny, and I only have one Blend Bunny palette. It is the Dollhouse, and there are, I think, 30 shades in here. So it's not gonna be the easiest project. Even though I could have made it easier on myself, I chose to do this so I can get more use out of my eyeshadow palettes. For C, I chose Colored Rain, and I did have 3 palettes when I chose that brand, but I decluttered 2 of them in my inventory declutter, which is coming. But I just have this Rebellious Nudes palette now. And for D, I chose Douce because I never ever use this palette. It's actually what I put on my eyes today, and that is going to count towards the project. So in my look today, I used these 3 shades at the top, then these 2 shimmers and this last shimmer. So in order to cross this one off my list, I need to use the black here, this reddish brown shimmer, and this highlight, and then that will be done. Again, I'm not going to show you everything right now because that's about 80 palettes I would have to pull out of my cabinets. So I am going to focus on those first 4 letters of the alphabet. And then I am pulling in a couple more palettes I'll show you in a minute, and I'll explain why. For E, I chose Elf, and I am pulling 5 of my Elf palettes into this project. For F, I'm doing Fenty, and I only have 1 there. G is Glaminatrix. Again, I only have 1 palette. H is Huda, and I have a whole bunch of palettes there, probably 9 or 10. I is Iconic, and I have 4 palettes to get through. J is Jane Iredale, and I just have 2 there. K is Kaleidos, and again, that is 2 palettes in my collection. For L, I'm doing Laura Geller and 2 of my Laura Geller palettes. For M, I chose Melt, and I have 3 palettes going into this project. N is Natasha Denona, and this is going to be the hard one. I have 4 Natasha Denona baby palettes. I have at least 4 mini 5-pan palettes. I have 3 full-size 5-pan palettes. And then I have 7 of the full-size 15-pan palette. So that is going to be a real chore. One that I'm excited about, but it's going to be a lot of work. For O, I chose Odin's Eye and just 1 palette there. P, Patrick Ta, I only own the 1 Major Dimension palette. Q, like I said, is going to be this eye serum. R is Rude Cosmetics and just 1 palette there. S is Sigma, and we've got 3 palettes there to get through. T is Too Faced, and we have 4 mini palettes and 2 full-sizers. Urban Decay, I have 1 full-size and 1 mini palette. V is Viseart, and we've got 4 full sizes and 1 mini there. W, I chose Well People. I just have 1 5-pan palette there. X, I do not have any eyeshadow brands that start with X, so I brought in a lipstick for this letter. So this is Smashbox, and it is a Be Legendary Prime and Plush lipstick in First Time. I want to use this 10 times. So that's my X. For Y, I have YC Collection, and I just have a little quad there. And then Z, I have 3 6-pan Zoeva palettes. So with 27 letters in the alphabet, I need to finish at least 2 letters every month, or 3. So that is why I'm pulling in the first 4 letters this month. So hopefully I can get through 2 of those. And like I said, I am pulling in a couple others. I am pulling in 2 of my Natasha Denona palettes here, my Baby Bronze and my Mini Zendo, because like I said, I have a lot of Natasha Denona in this project, and it's going to take a minute to get through them all. So I am really looking forward to this project and using more of my eyeshadow collection. A lot of the palettes in here haven't been used at all. So wish me luck. I really, really hope to have 100% of this project done at the end of the year. I will update on the 27th of every month. I may skip January since this is the intro and I'll have a lot of other videos going up this month, but look out for my first update. And if you like this concept that I'm using for my A to Z project, let me know in the comments down below. Also, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and follow along with my panning journey. And if you're doing a beauty A to Z project, let me know in the comments as well. I'd love to see what you are panning this year too. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.